That's normally where you get the best out of the Yoru, the space that can be taken, the havoc that can be caused. And speaking of havoc, Kiko is just walking straight down the newly reopened halls. It doesn't spot anything.
I like this. This is more of what I expected the other day in our game, Tom, where we had that Yoru on defense where you're going to have those gate crashes used for information early so you can retreat to the other side of the map, and then quick rotations. I mean, just take a look at where it is right now. It's made its way back over towards A, so you can yet again have him quickly rotate. In a couple seconds, he might go for B aggression if he didn't hear a stampede of players on their way towards his site. Looks like pressure is on. Kiko could get out of here, but there's no escape for Nats. They're going to fight this one together. Through the wall they go, and Xiao is down. Sugetsu, not able for two. Nats holds on tight, but he's surrounded. There's players everywhere, desperately trying to find a fight. But Artist catches his back, and so we're down into the 3v3 with the lurk of Angel expected this time around.
30 seconds left.
Oh, almost does a lot of damage onto Artist, already low on HP. Mystic, he's not expected to be this close, and he's going to get one. Should get the second, but no. Artist is still standing the TP into an open position. He's almost managed to find Yumpy. Both now, they're desperately low, but Yumpy will be the one to survive. It's close, but Liquid have a pistol.
Oh, I bet they're happy they sent him for the aim lab shoot around before this game. Otherwise, that could have been a little bit awkward. Yumpy just about saving the game. Because if Artist gets off to a start like that, there ain't any stopping him.
It's over.
Gorgeous stuff.
This man's already got enough confidence for the rest of us. You give him a little bit more, I think he becomes dangerous at that stage.
It's crazy. Even this TP, you know, it goes down to 3 HP, pops it in the open, and almost one bullet away. Look, he's so frustrated not to win.
I love the difference.
4 kills in a round. It's not enough. Or close to it. 20 HP away.
The difference between the two of them is perfect. Very small investment. A shorty and some light shields for Artist. A few sheriffs here and there. Other than that, not too much. And actually on the other side of things, as I said, we always talk about Navi's economy management when it comes to their bonuses. Liquid are actually, I want to say, playing it relatively safe. They've gone in with weaponry on every single player straight through the util. And already, that's actually crazy. So Artist already had earned so many orbs up that he was able to pop his ult in the second round. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's not a bad idea to use it just to try to clear out those angles, especially if you drop your Cypher. At the start of the last round, you had Nats solo playing B, then the rotate from Kiko, which I don't think was heard. They didn't know he TP'd over. But the key point is that they identified, okay, we take him down, we get B control, potentially a weapon as well. It could have been huge, but the read was perfect. No, he couldn't see, he could still take him down. The close range fight, the cage, keeping him alive. Just smart utility placement from Nats, avoiding what could have been a disaster.
I think it shows how much they're investing orbs, though, into Artist. Like, he's only got 3 kills, but he's already managed to earn up 7 orbs in a round. It really does just show that they really are going hard into making sure that he can get that ultimate as much as possible and just cause issues.
I mean, yeah, it's a free drone. You're often going to get him TPing into site to plant as well. It's the other big advantage. Nice attempt from Kiko. They had the reveal, they had the information, but the player just about snuck away on time.
Artist looking a little different today.
Angels, beautiful.
Angel was on the Yoru after all. We just didn't know it. And wow,
oh, there it is.
He's just taken the entry as the Omen. I feel like he uses himself as the secondary of something, so he can basically just play a duelist on everything, and you can see why. Just wide swinging onto Enzo. The B site fully under the control of Navi, and it's almost purely just down to Angel individual skill.
Yeah. And this is what we talked about. I joked last map about Angel's entry fragging Brimstone on Split. And Tom, you rightfully said he did it on every agent. Every single one. He didn't care. He would run in first. I remember Haven, Breach, 7 first deaths on the attack side.
Well, he did it
on
Gecko, on Bind the other day as well.
Yeah.
Like, he was just full sprinting around the map.
That's how this guy plays. I like this from Mystic. Good chance to get a kill, do some damage. But that's all this amounts to. Time too far gone with so many players to root out of their positions. And at a certain moment, you're going to start to think, is it worth just carrying this weapon forward, being that extra body to protect Kiko, who's got the operator? Have those funds build up slightly more. It looks like that is what they'll get, like it or not. Unless someone goes jumping through the window, which surely we won't see from Mystic. Keep the weapon. He's got it in the window! Oh no! Well, that's the weapon gone. But at the end of the day, they can still afford a decent buy all round. Wanted to drop the extra rifle very badly.
I really don't see the point. I feel like anybody who you could have killed, you would have seen without having to jump into the window because they've just been forced out of that angle by the spike. So, yeah, a little bit of madness, I'll be honest, for Mystic. And, okay, he's still going to be able to purchase, but you look at Yumpy, who's going to be down on an Outlaw, the light shields for the majority as well. I don't think that was worth it at all, but either way, still in the lead, Liquid 2-1 up. Just look at the pace, he just full sprint. There's no fear. There's no fear at all. He's just running straight down and he's already dead. The rest of the team are going in, I guess, the more normal way, but he set up Xiao. The crazy man goes down and then Xiao's left to just get a free kill.
Spike planted.
Smokes somewhat lacking for the squad, but the Viper wall can help if Xiao stays alive. He's so aggressive. Every Viper for this squad is, and rightfully so, with shots like that onto Kiko. That player gone, 3 rifles left on the side of Liquid. They know there's a player on yellow. That's an easy fight for Nats to take. Surprising no one swings on the back of it. It's a little bit of a gap. The aggression punished. Perhaps a chance now with no smokes left to play with a flank underway that Yumpy's just caught Sugetsu completely unaware. Artis though, he's been hitting shots since the round started. He just needs to do a little bit more for the squad running down that clock, but he's so low on HP. Surely he can't hold on. Enzo though, he only has a matter of seconds and it's too late. Can't hit the shot anyways, not with Artis playing like this.
No, he may not have been able to get that Red Bull clutch through in the first round, but he's managed to do it here just moments later. It genuinely blows my mind that we've heard in the past that Artis didn't want to play Yoru, and now I'm watching him play Yoru, and he may be one of the best I've ever seen. Like up there with players like Forsaken or someone like that. He's just styling on this agent, and also just looks very confident individually on it, because that's the main thing. It's like, I feel like you get 2 sets of Yorus. You either get one that doesn't know how to do the utility properly and just runs around fragging, or someone that does know how to use the utility but then can't aim. Like, those seems to be the 2. Whereas there's few that are in that Venn diagram crossover, and at the moment, Artis takes the biscuit.
Artis back with an ult online. Not the first time this map. You might be surprised if you've just tuned in, but round 5, he's ready to roll. Full belt of utility to work around, and I have a strong feeling he will be the entry point for this squad. Now, for Team Liquid, it's pistols. You might not even want to, well, to be honest, you might want to commit that Yoru ult for 2 reasons. You get it online so much, and you don't want to lose any players that you don't have to. Angel goes up the rope, wins a fight, now loses a rifle. It's not being recovered, and Artis is going to take it instead.
I love watching him play. Yeah. It's just so enjoyable. Like, I know that there will be people losing their minds, and that also makes me just that little bit happier, because it's just like, even the kills he gets just look a little bit ridiculous. Like, just quick headshotting one of the players. Now, it's not a bad trade for Liquid. And the main thing that worries me at this stage is the time. 30 seconds left. Exactly 2 players within the site. Now, the information's going to be huge. That's one of the main things that will make this a little bit less dangerous. Artis making his way through. They have to go through the snake bite, so they are vulnerable, but he's just making it so that nobody can really capitalize, or so you think. Mystic has done well. Yumpy's found another. They still haven't planted this spike. He's run out of bullets. But the time is the main issue. And the lurk coming through from Sugetsu might have just saved them. They're not going to be able to deny this. It will at least go down, and it needs to be up to Artis again.
It's the same battle. Artis and Enzo both full HP this time. The weaponry, not great. Mystic's only got a pistol to play with, and with Enzo down, it's on to Mystic. He's got to get this done. His position's been revealed by the shot that he fired. Artis was seen too. He's got a fake TP. Boy, he could stick it if he wanted to. Mystic sticking the spike though. It's going to be halved. Here's the wall banks though.
He's going for
low HP. Oh no. He tapped it again. He's baiting him for the fight. Mystic wants to fight Artis. It's a brave move, and one he might live to regret. If he stuck it all the way, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, back-to-back Red Bull clutches from Artis. That's the thing. If he sticks it all the way, he wins. But of course, with the TP, you don't know if it's faked. You don't know if he's taking it. It's a risk that ultimately could have lost you the round. But Artis is saving Navi at the moment. Like,
well, you can see
first kills is ridiculous.
Like, Artis on his own already has that factor, that little bit of intimidation to him. But When he's popping off like this, you cannot go without feeling his impact on the server. When he starts out, his utility, his ultimate, clearing your positions, pushing you back, you're already on the back foot. When it comes to fighting him, you haven't got a leg to stand on.
He's been going in first most rounds and clutching them as well. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, they
Another orb, by the way.
It genuinely feels like kill artist win round, which you don't see often in the professional play. I'm also starting to feel for the Americas fans who have genuinely been conned by this man going over there, taking some money and then coming back after doing nothing.
Tom, he's 2 orbs away from having the ult. It's outrageous. Like, he can't be playing like this, yet he is.
Zipan taking down the aggression of Kiko. That operator has had little to no success so far, and oh, guess what? You can have all of your utility on the site, Nats, but this man is coming for you. The corner, he's going to TP right into it. I thought for a second he might correct in time. Nats has dealt with the danger man. We'll see if the fact is you kill him and you win.
Fake steps in the decoy might have lured him in. Went over to punish it. Catches, hits the decoy, and then he's caught up as the cage falls. Enzo, good to catch Zipan. At least another kill for them to work with. Down to the 3 versus 3. Ult in hand for Angel. Not going to have too much impact, though. He hasn't got the spike. There's no crazy rotations to come into play. Maybe he runs it for the information. Little tag onto Mystic.
Go on, do it again.
Not too much damage. He's looking just to deny that plant, and he's done.
That's me, bro. That's me.
It's fine. 73 HP. Well, a little bit more. Let that decay come back up, but they're buying time. There's a Viper's Pit online, but key thing, Yumpy up behind. If he catches Sugetsu, they can split this site from both sides. The second flash is good. It's very good, in fact. Sugetsu's down, and now they can look to split it, but no! The other 2 players dropped in an instant, and Yumpy has to do it all. A clutch for him on 45 HP, make that 5. And now stepping into the decay, he's down to 1. It's the easiest fight of Angel's life. 4-2 for Navi, and they're steaming into the lead. A different vibe than what we got even at the start of Split. Team Liquid need to find a solution, and again, they're down to very low credits.
Yeah, this is already starting to feel like a map that you just almost don't want to play them on. They just seem so well regimented in the post plants. The timing, the spacing is perfect. Okay, they used their Viper's Pit at the end there just to secure the round, but as said, when we saw them play out against BBL, which, okay, we do have the expectation that BBL is slightly weaker than this Liquid squad, but they dominated on defense. So they're already having a field day, just getting off to a strong start on this attack side. Angel's been able to get quite a lot of entries alongside Artis as well, and I feel like one of the major worries is the fact that Kiko has gone missing. And bear in mind, that last map was close because he was pulling off crazy rounds. He was doing really well individually. So I almost feel like they just need to sit for a moment, even if it's just Emil giving them a little bit of a talk over of some of the things he spotted, or even if it's just trying to get the confidence back, because they have been shut down over the last 4.
Yeah, very much silenced. 4 in a row for Navi. Economic control. Artis is an ult every round, it seems like. He can't go 2 without popping it. And he's 1 away coming into this. The surprise factor is a lot of what you talk about for Liquid here. Having your outlaws, your pistols, the long-range angles.
They've got the perfect combo as well. If he gets it, they've got Hunter's Fury, which it is basically just the freest kill. Something I know Lothar has been loving for a very long time.
And it's also a problem because if you're Mystic right now, you're thinking, oh, I've got the Viper's Pit. What's going to happen? Artis is just going to get that orb, come up close, go, shoot me. He's right here.
Oh, they expect it, though. The thing is, there's already spams coming through. Enzo is basically dead, but even still, Kiko will get the kill onto Artis. That at least removes that ult from action. The thing is, though, fighting from this position is going to be incredibly difficult. Yumpy does get away, but even though you've taken that man out, ultimately the result is the same. The man advantage has gone to Navi. You didn't get any weaponry for it, so how do you now try and recoup this round? Now, what I will say, a super aggressive push coming down in behind them. The problem is there is a trip. So unless you're going to see Saigetsu go down at some point in this round, Nats isn't going to be able to find them unless they come back.
He is here in the steps at least, though, confirming this is an A play. For what little that's worth. They can at least keep the players in position to try to find something. Flash popped on right, but it's walled up. Mystic's caught Yumpy.
They know he's there. He broke the trip.
And yeah, even if they didn't, they have a cam as well that's been spotting out the whole time, and they've no reason to peek that angle. Hard to get out of it. Or to kill him, which is what Sugetsu was going for. Nicely done as Navi pick up yet another round 7. concludes with a 5-2 scoreline. 5 in a row for Navi, but finally rifles for Liquid, some ults online. We'll see if they can pull something out of the bag.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds have been very close. So bear in mind there's been a couple of clutches back-to-back for Ardis. But that round was clean. Like, 4 players staying alive. Ardis the only one to go down financially. You're starting to see players like Shao get up to, like, he'll be at max, basically, in the next round. So this has to be where Liquid break back. Otherwise, they're just going to have problems economically. As you said, they've got the ultimates. They also have that operator back in play. But again, that potential combination of the dimensional drift alongside the Hunter's Fury could be pretty nasty.
Who's next? Blinding.
Already, Ardis has gone looking for someone. Quick 2 kills, though. Sugetsu and Angel dropped. The push-up in elbow attempted by Navi to no avail. His team Liquid have taken so much control, and having dropped Sugetsu, guess where they're going? The TP's just faded, just ran out of time, or at least it was faked out.
I think he faked it, yeah.
But take a look there. The players have already pushed through the spawn. This angle's being watched, but it's another angle to be worried about. And here comes the information. One close yellow. One in the pyramids, and one on the plant. Nice and easy, and now the team can look to punish. The TP's faded out, decoys caught him as well. Really nicely handled by Team Liquid on the way back through. Great information for Kiko, good utility. And with that, a defuse and a way back in. Finally broken that win streak for Navi.
Yeah, nice round from them overall. I think just a little bit of extra aggression. They didn't get bullied out of the round by Angel as well with that initial fight coming in towards the halls. I think it was, this fight here, which I feel like Mystic will be quite happy about that one. And then the fast flank. They took this round into their own hands and didn't allow for the execute to come through. Because I think that's where Navi right now are truly terrifying. If you let them set up all the pieces, they're probably going to win the round. If you can disrupt that before it happens, which they were trying before. Bear in mind, Kiko had been pushing with the operator, but this was a little bit more regimented. This was them pushing as a team, and it worked out much better.
Well, we've seen Navi slow things down and try to work that map control. It looks like maybe Team Liquid had a read on it, seeing Angel lurking. They kill him. Then you say, okay, well, I think I've seen this one before. Either he's the first man in, or he's on the other side of the map. So, free space to take. That's one solution to it, punishing aggression. But now we need to see them win it on their own terms on the side of Team Liquid when Navi are pushing that execute and playing the normal game that's been working for them time and time again. It starts with this deep push in from Ardis. He's got the site control. He's been flashed about 7 times, but he's ready to fight again as they breach through the wall, and Mystic! He's taking them all! 3 quick kills! Blink and you miss it! And look at that, spotted Shao, the util's coming, the players are on their way! There's no stopping Liquid in round 9. With Kiko's final blow, it's 5-4. Hot on Navi's heels again.
Just see him laughing away as well. I think he knows he got away with one there. The fact is, they had the TP that gets them close to the screen, but I think they just almost expected, okay, eventually, Ardis is probably going to try and go through it. So if he's setting up to go through it, I'll just run straight through. And no one watching it, no one aware. And that's the thing. That is basically Liquid playing them at their own game. They've been trying to do these cheeky little plays through all of these different pieces of utility, so he just goes running through and catches every single one. Angel even in a TP, making his way across to the site. Great round from Mystic, great intuition. And now, well, Navi are the ones on the back foot, going to be taking a pause themselves. Finance is starting to get on the brink as well. And actually, those ults, we talked about it, they haven't actually gone anywhere for Liquid. Still there. Still the same ones. Didn't need them in the last round.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just a simple punish by Mystic, right? And the best part about it, when we saw that replay, he shoots through the wall first because he knows exactly where Ardis has been going. And it's just the fact that Ardis is crouched from having been flashed 7 times that he's avoiding the first bullets, but he's still blind when Mystic comes running through. So it's nice and easy. Really well handled. And those ultis to fall back on, like you said, worth their weight in gold. 5-4, time to equalize for Team Liquid. This is Breeze, like Navi's map pick. It's where they wanted the fight to go down. They're not going to let this one slip without a serious fight.
I was joking with Marcus in the break, saying that this will be the tough map because Navi always lose their own pick and then win their opponents. So we'll see. They looked very good on this the other day, but it wasn't their choice. They picked Bind last time out in the series and actually got battered on it. Kiko with a flyer of a star. They've started to really put the pressure on These aggressive pushes, Nat's taking space as well. Whatever adaptation that was being made, it's just a slaughter in middle.
I want to see so much more of that. Liquid playing their own game.
Yeah.
Not letting Navi have a say in how the round starts and how it breeds. They've choked all life out of Navi's round. 5-5. Just suffocating them with this aggression.
One down.
But that's the thing. I feel like Navi, especially with the halls pushing, have become a little bit too predictable. Like, they did it a load of rounds in a row with Angel. Last 2 rounds, Sagetsu's been doing the same thing. So, well, post up Kiko. Give him an opportunity for a free fight at the beginning of the round. And then Nats, well, it's Nats' thing, isn't it? Being exactly where he shouldn't be. He's done it again. It's almost disrespectful. He wasn't expected last round. He should be this time, but they kind of switched it up a bit. And he has a little bit of support from Yumpy. It seems like each member of Liquid are having a turn of who's going to quad kill the round.
Yeah, I think he was back on the aim lab shoot around in that timeout because Yumpy looks amazing now. You've already found one on Artis, one orb that is. He's one away from ulti. With just a shorty in hand. It could be so valuable, but now that it's a 2v5, unlikely to be used. It's probably the next round that's going to be carried through for, where they can dump everything into it. Good night and sweet dreams to Artis, 6-5. After a shocking start, Team Liquid have finally reclaimed that lead. They were 2-0 up, went 5-2, now 6-5. They put a stop to Navi.
Yeah, you lose 5 rounds in a row, now you're 6-5 up and an Andalucia flawless. It's like, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself. And for Navi, again, falling a little bit flat, but this is
good to see him smile.
Very, very reminiscent of the last map. A sort of a slower start, then Navi go into their favored side, and then just basically brutalize their opponents. Like, it was not fun to watch. So I have to see what Liquid have going into that attack. A lot of ultimates online again. We still haven't seen that combination since we had that ult online for Zipan.
Wow.
Artis has earned up another one. Nats has been styling in middle, but this time they're somewhat prepared. And wow, an Angel for Nats trade. I think that it's almost expected to lose Angel within the first 20 seconds. So getting Nats for free is actually not bad.
Yeah, true. I like the fact that you have 2 players there, right? That Kiko got caught by the flash, TP's back, and then they swing thing, and it's a little bit more clear. Artis using the ult to clear out the site, and it's wide open.
I know exactly where you are.
He's gonna have to finish that soon. TP all the way back, but he's spotted the
here
player.
we go, finally.
Shoot me, here it is. Enzo's down, well handled from the side of Navi. That's a free entry on the back of ultis, a man advantage to work with. Currently, Kiko gonna try to find an angle to get this up. A nice clean shot. But with Yumpy down, you really have to rely on Kiko doing something crazy.
He's been known for it. Been a bit more quiet this game. Artis, well, that one's a little bit too free. And now with his teammates all gone, it will be the close for Navi. 6-6, evening things up as they will head into that defensive half. Now, as I said, versus BBL, that was where they thrived, but Mitch, it was also where they started. So they might have done exactly the same thing. We haven't got enough data to really talk about how we feel like the sides of this map are going to go, and especially with both teams running that combination with Yoru, there's a lot of opportunities for Liquid to come up with some cool stuff, and I particularly like the KO in that regard. I think that you can do some really cool things where sometimes the Yoru flashes are a little bit more telegraphed, so if you have someone to set that up for you while you TP, it can be filthy.
Well, I think that's it. It's finding new ways to innovate so your opponents just can't get that step ahead of you. See the utility 1-2 times and know exactly what you're going to do. And I think we saw that on the attack side. Those reads there from Liquid eventually, that's when they started to turn the game around, was when they weren't being caught off guard anymore. But this defensive side, there's still some innovation to be had from the side of Navi.
It's a trap.
We kick this off with a spam through the smoke. Artis up close, completely unaware. Luckily, though, Kiko was jumping through the angle. Well, that's just unfortunate.
Oh, just about dodging. Mystic still alive, has support from Enzo, but this has just become a Hall's battle. The only thing to really watch in the meantime is where Nats is going. Damn, Zilva's on the same wavelength. Exactly the same time. Well done, buddy.
Same brain cells.
We share one.
Not bad for Nats. That's a quick and clean kill, but Mystic is going to fall. And the spike is solo making its way through mid. Challenge about to come through. And Sagetsu's a little bit quicker, catching Enzo knife in hand. And they've seen exactly where Nats is. All of the information to work with. But it is Nats that's
Yeah.
on the other side. He's going for a head peek angle, and Zipan and Sagetsu are decently low. There is an opportunity.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't need to peek. The spike is down in mid. So they can just hide, and that's exactly what Sagetsu is doing. He's
30
like,
seconds
yeah,
left.
Nats is kind of good. I'm also good, but I don't need to fight him. So I just need to buy as much time as humanly possible, just be an irritation, not really give anything away. He still manages to hit the headshot. One of the cleanest Ghost players in the entire world. They've got to be careful, but it will eventually just about go the way of Navi. I'm just looking at the HP of both of them. 38 between them. It's a bit scary.
It was a little bit spooky in the end, and that's always going to be the concern, but thankfully they were able to get all that reward. And it was the recon that got him the shot straight through. Unfortunate for the side of Liquid to be caught off guard right off rip. And for Navi, if they can build up a streak of rounds, they might be knocking on heaven's door real quick. I think Team Liquid, they're not going to be able to buy in this one either. So we're probably looking at that 2-round lead for Navi. Let's see if they play the same. Yeah, 2 pistols, indeed.
Scanning ahead.
Same old, same old. So they can even afford to lose a player or 2.
Yeah, it's the norm. And the thing is as well, you kind of expect that for Saigetsu it's almost just aim practice. Oh, this kind of stuck in the corner. I think Nats gets this kill, he does. So that's one of the guns already dropped to the deck. And also in a position that, for the attack, not too difficult to retrieve. For the defense, should be impossible. Even still though, Zipan's there as bodyguard, defending it to try and allow Xiao to retrieve it. Oh, sorry, Angel to retrieve it. They swap agents so much, sometimes I get lost.
I feel that. I feel that.
Oh.
Especially with Angel, he could be
Any other
Mystic.
gun. Oh, he still
Nice
gets
kill.
it.
Nice
What?
second. It's just with pistols. He can't be stopped. Wall up as well. That's going to cover him on the way out, you would think, but Zipan's around the corner, taking Kiko and Mystic. Closing out the round the way Navi needed it to go. They were able to lose some players, Tom. They almost lost 4. Even still, they're going to feel the hurt because they lost 2 rifles.
Yeah, I don't think Saigetsu managed. It was Bulldogs, wasn't it? So they didn't manage to retrieve any of the guns that were on the ground other than the one that Zipan kept. Now, the one saving grace for them, even though they've got a pretty shoddy purchase with those 3 guns, is that he's one off having a Hunter's Fury, which if you get that going into the first purchase, you can do some serious damage, maybe plant denial, cause a little bit of havoc while Artis thrives within the madness. While for Liquid, you want to bounce back soon. We saw, as I said, in the last map, they didn't win a single round in that second half. It was just run away by Navi. Artis in such a dirty position all the way down mid, and they've just overwhelmed Mystic. I don't know if Kiko checks this. I don't know why you would.
It's such a disgusting position. Only because he has the gate crash to get out of here does he even entertain the idea of playing that angle. And the fact that Sagetsu's close to swing on the back of it, truly disgusting. And you look over at the one weakness they've got, one real weakness, is of course Zipan's got a big old bow in his back pocket. It's Xiao, shorty in hand, holding a disgusting angle, where you're probably going to overwhelm at least one of them in a round like this. They're not expecting the shorty to be in play. And it's just to reset their economy as well. They're giving respect to Liquid, still playing that fiscal game. It will be the A site that is sought after, with Angel up close and Artis further back. I mean, this is a deadly duo to take head on.
Oh, it's a gamble of a TP for Kiko. There wasn't even any utility or anything to get him into the site. No Viper screen because Mystic died immediately, so he just TP'd him blind, hoping that he'd get something, and instead, the only thing found is a bullet to the face. Angel will close it with a triple. Navi, they came into that with 3 rifles and a couple of pistols. They come out with 4.
At this stage, the confidence has got to be high on that squad. They came in, like you said, with so many weaknesses, and those weaknesses weren't really lent on. Again, these early aggressive positions find them so much value, an attempt to push in and play close, but I think what you're missing there is just that Viper wall that we had seen consistently put down from Xiao on the attack side for Navi that allowed Artis to actually get close. If you don't have Mystic, if he's not alive or he hasn't got his wall down, it doesn't work the same.
Well, it's not the sniper you wanted.
Cage triggered.
But they've got one nonetheless. Saigetsu under pressure, but he has support. the double up of Viper and Cypher on a site, it makes it so difficult to find any sort of entry. And with already Kiko, the one man that can kind of cause issues, and then you just got Artis. He could be anywhere. Well, he's in your spawn right now. From top mid, in your spawn. Angel, of course, he's just going to wide swing this, and he gets what he deserves. The problem is they've also got Xiao, who's going to do exactly the same thing.
Just not expecting that second player to be doubled up on the angle. Nice try by Mystic, but nothing to be found. Navi, double digits found, 10-6. And Team Liquid still to get around on the attacking side. It's been 5 in a row, all in all, but that defense 4 in a row. And now, no surprise to anyone, Artis has got his ulti online. Zipan in the same boat. Hunter's Fury combined. The drift in dimensions, well, we've already seen what that can do.
I almost want to see a pause called again, because this is the same scenario as the last half, where when Navi just won 8 rounds in a row and the game ended. They're now at 4 rounds in a row, and Liquid haven't really made that much of a dent. Navi just looks so good in those second halves thus far, and we're waiting to see a response. Look at the push already from the defense. They are in the bottom of mid. Do you even expect this many players to be coming up so quickly? Just look, the cages are giving them a gap, a shroud to play within, but they shoot the decoy, and that actually saves the attackers from falling victim again. They can now double back, but do they expect Zipan? They do.
Well, expect him or not, they saw him, they dealt with him. That's all we needed to see. Xiao and Sagetsu now having to make this retake work. Xiao has his wall online. Good denial of an angle at least. It's planted out in the open, so these players on mid can still have their say. And this is a rare position to see that spike in just due to the control they had. It should allow them to catch them off guard, yet despite both fights not necessarily being expected, Sagetsu's avoided death. He's claimed a life already, and with 23 health left, he might be in a tough spot for future duels, but Xiao can tap that spike, apply pressure. All they need to do on the side of Team Liquid is deny the defusal, flash through, the recon as well. They know where Xiao is. They've got this one in the bag, surely. Shock Dart's not enough to deal with it, but unless they were to both swing and die, which they didn't, all is well.
Oh, can Sagetsu make it really costly? I think they're expecting him to be here, watching in his direction. No, he's going to take down another. That's the thing, it's still not a clean round for Liquid. They're on the board. That's something at least. I do think they get saved a little bit by the fact that a decoy is shot and the Nats had the quick thinking to jump up over the top of the cages, because that was very close to being another round for Navi, just with how proactive they're being. I have to say, I love the way they're playing this defense, because one of the things you always worry with these sort of Eurocomps is just unimaginative setups, and they're anything but. Either way, it is going to be another purchase. Artis still at the top of the board, and he's now got that operator into hand. But the ult up for Kiko. They can also combine it with the null command of Yumpy to create a pretty nasty effect of no utility on the other side, and a man running around giving all the information away.
Huge. Huge kill on the Xiao. That utility denial is massive. They'll spot 2 players already on the A side, and Nats has been shot through the cage. An unfortunate loss. Their flank now open. Artis on another zip band following through, and the players from Liquid are dropping like flies. It's only Mystic, and he doesn't last much longer. A competition for who could take him down. It looked on our screen like it was zip band, but Artis hit the shot. 11-7. Navi are showing no signs of slowing. And now, I would be very shocked if we don't get a pause out of Team Liquid. They have got one last chance, a near flawless fight back into this map. I'm looking everywhere, apparently. Oh, there we go. No, it is Team Liquid's pause. For a second, I thought it was Navi, so I was like, there's no way. They're rubbing it in.
I want to give my brother a chance.
Let him breathe. Let him breathe. Come on.
I imagine he's sweating right
Reset.
now. But that's the thing. As said, I saw wanting to see a pause a little bit earlier, just because now it's a reactive one where they're screwed. Like, money-wise, they've got nothing. Yumpy's the only one who can purchase anything because of how close the... Remember, it's one player surviving, And that was because they got caught at the end. So they managed a singular round right back up. Ults are now mostly available on the side of Navi. They've got an operator. They've still got plenty of cash. You're talking about now, Zipan has 7,300 credits post-buy. So they're not going to have any troubles for the next round. They've almost got Viper's Pit alongside that Hunter's Fury. It really is just a bleak scenario for Liquid. They have to pull something out of the hat. Now, they've got the Viper's Pit. Maybe if they can get onto the side, they can try and do something a little bit cheeky and break back a little bit earlier without having to gamble their entire economy on this round. But it's not a pretty position to be in. And I feel like, honestly, teams have got to really study Artis and Zipan, because this map, both times they played it now, they have been sublime. And especially, a lot of the time, they're playing off each other. And that's where you just see, like, Artis has been away for a year, basically. Yeah. And it seems like the synergy is just right back where it was.
Oh, I don't think Kiko meant to put his gate crash in there. It slightly missed its way through the site. This is an attempt to do something similar to what we saw out of the side of Navi. That same wall in play. The TP is going to go right up towards the back, and they're going to see what they can do. Apply pressure to Xiao, push him back. This is where Artis had to kill time and time again. That's clearly a decoy. Xiao ain't falling for it, but he's revealed. No chance. But with Kiko down through the smoke, maybe there's still some life in Navi's defense. They've been able to buy their way back through a couple times. In through a Viper's Pit, though, well, the more players you take down, the easier it's going to get. But no one wants to be the one defusing that. 2 snake bites still for Mystic. And a shock dart, actually, for Enzo, which in that pit is massive. They want to deal with this guy very soon. They've spotted him. Zipan's made his way in. A sneaky spot. He's actually used the information from the Yoru and the decoy on the back of it. That's absolutely gorgeous. Enzo will find one, but he is dropped on 1 HP. Zipan has survived in making the play of the game, and the defuse under their nose. This roster is unbelievable. Navi styling on Liquid, now on match and series point.
The synergy between Artis and Zipan is unmatched. That was just such a beautiful combination. Artis used as a distraction. He took the risk throwing everything in with the ult, and then you just see Zipan sneaking his way through, fakes him out with the decoy at the end, and Zipan's just stood there just like, hey bro, thanks for the easiest kill of my entire life.
When Enzo watches this back, or just right now goes, how much you hit him for? How much you hit him for? And realize he's 1 HP. That could have saved the round. Oh, that is devastating. For Navi, it's par for the course. This is what this team does. Team Liquid back to the drawing board on Breeze. It could be 13-7 back-to-back as well. Consistency. Name of the game for Navi. Artis is going to tank that reveal. Just fading out. He just wanted to get the shot off with the operator, and they're not giving it to him.
It seems like an almost impossible road. A 6-6 half in the first and a 6-1 already in this second. Navi needing just 1 to 2-0, take themselves off into the playoffs, and Liquid will have to fight to try and make their way into the play-ins. Nats, he could insta-headshot a guy through a wall, but give him a trip. A little bit more difficult while he's gone. Zipan was the guy, the headshot, and he's just executed him. The Swede is on fire right now. And now they're starting to put the pressure. They've tried to avoid Artis every time, and every time he's in the right place at the right time. Hunter's Fury being put through to support. They've got 30 seconds. They need to find their way onto the side. I don't even know if they're sure where they're going, and Mystic was the one sort of snake in the grass. And now they know where he is as well. Yumpy has to do something, has to do it now. 17 seconds, he's gone. It's left all on to Mystic. There's just no time, and Artis knows it. Just trying to burn down that clock as much as humanly possible. They know exactly where he is, and it is all too easy for Natas Vincere. They're going to be making their way through into the playoffs, and Navi